What up, guys? Jason Guyman here tonight, and hopefully we have better results than we did the other night. I actually stood my computer up this way instead of laying on its side of the Mac. And so tonight I had seen some conversations, and I was in some conversations last night with Jeremy Main, and I was looking through the Facebook stuff, and that's how I came up with this whole thing of still can you earn $300 to $500 an hour pressure washing business. And so before we get going on there, I know it's not the easiest thing to do. I know a lot of people can struggle with this. And so we are going to hit on some really cool things of what you can do and how things are going. So, what's up on Jeremy? Dream Team Exterior. We got Jeremy. What's up? How are you doing? Dream Team, what's going on, everyone? Closing up on June at $34,000, a 63% increase from last year. That is high five. That is awesome. So that is really cool to see people hit big numbers like that. So that is really cool for sure. What's up, Derry, Zerny family? How you doing? Looking good and lost some weight. Great job. I have lost some weight. Let's talk about that because that's a win too for me today. So I started doing my carnivore when I was in January. And so I kind of slowed down a little bit. I've lost 60 pounds. I slowed down. And I started 75 hard this week. If you're following me on Facebook, I've been putting a little video out about it every day and some other things on it. And I actually got on the scale today and I lost 5 pounds. So I'm down to 264. 264. That puts me down at 65 pounds. That only puts me 4 pounds away from my goal weight of 250. I thought 250 was going to be a big goal to be able to never get to, and I did. So that is awesome, awesome, awesome. We got Edwin in the house. How are you doing? Long Island, New York on checking in. Thanks for the window insight. We booked that job, Jason. Awesome, dude. Awesome, 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 awesome. What's up, TC? Congratulations. So let's kind of go down some rabbit trails of what I have been into. And tonight is going to probably be too long. So if you have any questions, throw them up, and I will scroll back to it up here. So that is what I will do. We got Michael Howdy. How are you doing? Before we get started, as always, this is brought to you by King of Pressure Wash. So if you haven't joined the membership, I highly recommend it. It is a place where you get everything of how to start and grow a pressure washing business. I go through step by step, and every Monday night we also do group Zoom calls, and that's where you can learn about Monday Night Marketing. This past Monday Night Marketing, I talked about Google local service ads. I went very in depth. It's usually what I do. It's usually a 15 to 20 minute briefing of marketing, and then it's about an hour of just chatting and learning people's business and what they can do better. And so it's really cool to see people grow and see people hit big numbers. So that is definitely something. Also, there is some spots, but I may have to cut back here on KPW Train. I think we got enough room. I haven't heard how many people Fred can hold. I need to see how many people we can hold. But there we will have KPW Train. That is where you can go to the in-person training. So our next Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday, is the Christmas lights in the morning. It'll be then permanent lighting / landscape lighting. And then it will be hands-on at the house. So that will be a long day. And then on Saturday is going to be all my normal marketing stuff. And then Paul will be giving 2 hours on sales. And then it will be the love language stuff and all of that awesome stuff. So that will be there. And then pressure washing class is Saturday, the marketing, and then Sunday. So what's up, Richard? How are you doing? Stockton, California, checking in to blow up my pressure washing business. Awesome, awesome, awesome. See you next week. Could you touch on just doing weekends to start out full time? Yes, I will hit on that. I will hit on that for sure because I got stories about that too. But let's get this show on the road. If you need a website, go check out kingofmarketing.io. All right, so let's talk about this. So I seen in a Facebook group earlier today, or it might have been yesterday, and they were talking about how Myrtle Beach and everywhere you look that there's a pressure washer. And it's like anything. Whenever you're looking for something, like if you're looking to go buy a red car, all of a sudden you're going to see all these red cars, right? It's the same way with pressure washer. When you start seeing your pressure washer, you're going to find pressure washers everywhere. For instance, like I go running at my one park today or yesterday, and I seen the guy doing the pressure washing at the park. Right? They actually work. I used to know the guy that used to get paid to do it. Now they bought a pressure washer and pay a guy to go out and do it. And so there, I seen the pressure washer. You know, most other people would have never seen the pressure washer, never knew what it was. So today I went, my kid had a thing at another park, so I went walking at that park, and there was the pressure washer, and I found the pressure washer again. And it's like we can find pressure washers anytime we are looking for whatever we're looking for. Now, my thought on this here is so they got going on about how there's so many pressure washers in Myrtle Beach. They're like, well, you think Myrtle Beach is bad? You ought to be in here, or you ought to be there. You ought to be in Orlando. And so I can tell you, people in Myrtle Beach, and they were like, they're all $99 guys, right? We can worry about everybody else. We can worry about our competition. We can worry about everybody else, but we don't want to worry about us, because if we worry about us, then that's a problem, right? That's a problem if we worry about us. That is the problem, because we're not worrying about us. We are worrying about everybody else. So when we worry about everybody else, we're not worrying about ourselves. So I'm going to give you somebody of Chris Johnson out of Florida, or not out of Florida, out of Myrtle Beach. I haven't seen him post on here yet, but he usually comes in here and posts. And so he's in Myrtle Beach too. He is going to do $1 million in pressure washing business. Now, does he worry about the $99 guys? No, he does not. He does not worry about them, right? Because that is not his customer. There is customers that the $99 guys will get, because that's who the clientele want. And so if you sell pressure washing, you sell the chemicals, and you sell how you got all this equipment, you will be the $99 guy, right? You will be the $99 guy. If you sell what they want and their pain points, and you know what their pain points are, and you know all that kind of stuff, you can sell at a very high price. And for instance, Chris Johnson, he's been doing this for a long time, but just recently is when he started making money, in the last 2 to 3 years. And so from that, he has done, his average ticket right now is somewhere around $2,000. Now, it's in Myrtle Beach, where these people were complaining about, and this is why you don't worry what other people do, right? This is why you worry about yourself and not everybody else. Because, you know, when we worry about everybody else, it does us no good at all. Like, it literally does us no good. And so, reason why I'm hitting on this so hard is because everybody wants to worry about everybody else. And I know everybody wants to do that, but that's fine, and that's not what we want to do. So I'm actually going to show you something here. I don't know if this is going to work or not. So this is his website, rivertownprowash.com is his website. And so Rivertown Pro Wash up there at the top. And so this is his website, and it's a website that I built. And if you want one like it, you can go to kingofmarketing.io, and I will build you one similar to this. And so this is his website, right? And so right here at the very top, um, exceeding expectation with professional, punctual. He's hitting on not we have all the best equipment. And then we do, however, have a $350 minimum for our first time customers. So this way we can help get rid of those $99 guys. We don't even want the $99 guys. The $99 guy, go over to where the $99 guys are worrying about them. That's where the $99 guys go. They don't come here, right? And so when we work on the website and we do the website, and if you want to go check it out, go check it out. He's got his reviews, right? We got 148 reviews, and not all everything, but this is right. He's Myrtle Beach. He goes from Conway down to North Myrtle Beach, down to Myrtle's Inlet down here. So it covers Myrtle Beach. But yet people down in this Facebook group was like, man, you can't make no money here, right? There's no money in this. There's no money in this. There's no money in it. Well, I'm going to tell you that there is money in pressure washing business. And yes, you can make $300 to $500 an hour. But you have to ask for it. You have to do things to make people want you to be able to pay that. First off, you got to ask for it. 9 times out of 10, most people are scared to death to ask for $300 an hour, let alone $500 an hour, right? Because that sounds like a lot. But if you go give that to the right customers and you give it to the right people, that's how you're able to do it. So my question to you is what is your average hour per rate? If you could guesstimate it. And I know that's not something that we look at, but what is your hourly rate that you shoot for? And the reason why I want you to start thinking about this, because I used to say 200 to 300. Now I'm at the 300. Now I'm actually going to start saying 300 to 500 because things are going up. Bleach is going up, gas is going up, cost is going up. And so if you want to stay in the pressure washing business, you got to go up. Now, Chris almost did a $96,000 month last year. It was $92,000 or $96,000. Now, there's a lot of costs that go into that. You think, man, $96,000 is a lot of money, but it costs a lot of money to run a good business. And so these are things that we have to think about and why we got to keep raising our prices. You have to run a business like you want to run it. You have to run it with a secretary, whether you have one or not, so that you're paying that secretary. You have to run it with in charge like you are having technicians, office manager, right? And so when you do this, when you do get to that point, it's real easy to be able to move on and do it. So output, he's at $400 to $500 an hour, $300 an hour. Right? And so these are things that we want to look at when we do this. So, and here's another thing, because I was going to bring up Jeremy Main too, because I like Jeremy and I was on the phone with him for an hour last night. It is definitely something as we grow a business and as we do things of how are we able to look at what we're doing, right? What is working for us and what is not. And so last night, that was another thing, because I want to talk about something of getting the cheap guy, because I seen on another Facebook group of a guy said he charged $2,000 for 4 tennis courts, and someone did it for $1,000 for 4 tennis courts. And Jeremy Main called me when he was doing his tennis courts, and he was like, this is stupid. I didn't charge enough. And so I told him, I'm like, you're right. You didn't charge enough, because he only charged $3,000 for 4 tennis courts, and he did. And when DJ and I did it, we did them for $1,500, and DJ's like, I'm not touching these unless it's $2,000 now. Because it is a lot of work that you have to do and not screw it up. Now, the person that did it for $1,000 totally messed up the tennis courts. Like, if that person went after their insurance, they would be having to redo the whole thing because they used a surface cleaner on it and totally jacked up the tennis courts. So that's why you don't use a surface cleaner on tennis courts, because you will mess them up. It's just a soft wash and a rinse, and that's all you're doing with it. You're not doing nothing else other than that. So these are things that we have to think about when we are looking at what we need to do to get to $300 to $500. It's not rocket science. I know a lot of times we think it's got to be hard, but if you have a good website, you have good social media, you have good ads, you have good However you drive traffic, you're putting out 100-yard signs a week. Whatever you're doing to drive traffic is what you have to do. I know I've seen people say, well, you can't make money off yard signs. Yeah, you can. You just got to ask. And I just seen someone up here post something about a yard sign. And because we love yard signs, so I'm going to see if I can go up here and find it. But I don't know where it went, but I did see it when it went up here. I guess I won't be able to find it here, but yeah. So this is something that you can definitely make money off of and keep growing your business and keep. Because here's the thing: if we're charging $300 to $500 an hour, that means we can spend money on marketing. It means we can spend money on employees. It means we can spend money on office manager. It means we can spend money on better equipment, faster equipment. Now, I'm not saying go out there and get faster equipment right out of the get-go, because a lot of people go get their equipment and then they don't spend no money in marketing, and then they wonder why they're going out of business. And there's been a lot of businesses struggling this year going out of business, because if you're going for the $99 guys, there's not a lot of those out there right now for the $99 guys. So you have to go premium and find those premium people, so that way you can keep growing, right? So that you can keep having financial freedom, having the things that you want, and so that you can keep growing. Uh, happy to be here. First year in business, already did $50,000. We used 1 yard sign book at $800. The neighbor came over and did his own for $1,000. We turned that job into $11,000. We got some referrals. That's awesome to do $50,000 in your first year. That is amazing. You think pressure washing is saturated? Ask a lawn guy about saturation. Find a niche, be amazing at it, and provide great value, and forget about the competitors. Right? Provide amazing customer service. Provide, and like you said, niche down a little bit. Find something that nobody else is doing. So, kind of, this is what this book is. Here is the bottom of the pool. Talks about this here, right? If this is the book of the week that I'll show here, is Bottom of the Pool by Andy Andrews, two first names. But this is a book that kind of talks about, finding that niche, finding what actually I read. It's a good quote that I'm pretty sure I highlighted here. So the application will produce extraordinary results that are available to you only because society is virtually blind to enormous consequences of continuing to ignore one little tiny detail about competition, right? What's the competition that they're ignoring? What can you do better that they're ignoring and be way better and be amazing at it? That's the whole point of it. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, no different than anywhere else. There's like 70 here plus 30 new guys within the last 3 months, all within 40 miles. What's up, Tristan? How you doing? Hi, Trisha family. Right there are purses for sale at Walmart, and people buy them. Also, purses at Gucci store, and people buy them. You just have to figure out, are you the Walmart or Gucci? And that is 100% true, right? Do you want to be the cheap guy, or do you want to be the guy for where everybody wants to come to? I need to drop a size in t-shirt, big head. I need to drop a size in t-shirt, big head. Proud of you. Yeah, I do. This is a 2X, and I've got a few X large, but I need to get some more. I don't worry about anyone or any other business other than who I buy from. With all these cheap guys and cheap businesses, I don't care, because I still get my own jobs, work less, and make more. That's what the whole part of it is. We shoot for $300 minimum. I make money in Myrtle Beach, Little River, Conway, because they call me and want professional service versus the cheap ones. Yep. First $25,000 month in this first year. That's awesome. That's high five. Right? That's pretty awesome. Jason, are there any spots for lighting in September in Raleigh? Yes, they're wide open. There's very few people who've even signed up for those usually. Most people usually wait till like the week or two before. Tennis courts, rents, and more rents. Love it. Who all is here in the Myrtle Beach area? Don't lie. I figured the cheap guys help out because it's like if you're dating, but they are all crazy, and all of a sudden you find that good quality woman, your company. 800 house washes, okay, customer for life. Yep. I did 110 course 2 weeks ago and charged 1850. It's business science, Jason, not rocket science. It's true. Did 12,000 on one yard sign. What? Let me ask you guys this: what was the most you ever done on a yard sign? If you don't know what yard signs are, go to moneybushes.com. Moneybushes.com are awesome. We love money bushes, right? Money bushes are awesome. A lot of guys don't know the process to make money. They're washing sidewalks and driveways with one. They complain, I can't make money at this. I wait and buy their equipment cheap. Yep, usually you can do that. We got Benjamin Gregory in the house. I'm going back to be a garbage man. Starting on a big job on the 5th. Sterling House Wash of a upgraded package deals. Thanks, King. Home of upgraded package deals. If you're not doing package deals, man, you got to do package. Packages are best way to get your average ticket up. A lot of people don't get that you got to do packages. And I know it's scary sometimes, and we don't really think, we're always worried about what's the package. Just pick some packages and make it and try it. Don't be afraid to test. A lot of times we're so worried about, is it going to work? Well, if you worry about it, it ain't going to work because you're never going to try it. So just try it. When next time you go to a house wash, if you're not given packages, and here, if you are given packages, I want one of your packages to be $1,000 or $2,000, right? Because if we don't ask for $1,000 or $2,000, you won't get $1,000 or $2,000. If you go and only ask for a $400 house wash, guess what you're going to get? A $400 house wash. But if you go in and ask for a $400 house wash and a $200 add-on window clean, so now we're at $600, and a $400 driveway cleaning, guess what? We're at $1,000. They'll pay it. You'll be shocked when they pay. They'll pay more than that. One of my guys in my mentorship, he did a job and it was $2,800, and it wasn't that. I mean, it took him about 6-7 hours and made $2,800, right? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want you to do. That's why I keep preaching what I do, to make you guys keep going and keep doing it. $6,500 off of a sign, 20 plus thousand on one sign, right? How much is one sign? Now, how much is one sign that you don't put out? Zero, right? One sign that you don't put out is worth $0. $15,000 off of a business card, right? How much is worth one business card? It depends on how many business cards you pass out, what you do. All right. So, if anybody, let's see, 4,200 off of one business. Yes. What other questions you all got? Or what's something else I can do to help you? What is a question, or what is something that I can do to help you? That is my question. Would it be smart to leave a day or two open before major holidays and upcharge the last minute crowd? No, I don't think it is. Because a lot of time, I mean, you might get something, maybe make them light, but I wouldn't make them nothing. And in that way, if you needed to, you could add on and then try to get your added on upcharge. But most of the time, people are just going to buy whatever anyway. So it is definitely something that I wouldn't add it there. And usually these weekends they don't buy much either, on the holidays. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. But I probably wouldn't leave too many open spots. I might leave one or two, but I wouldn't leave too much. Connections. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. I'll talk about that here shortly. Doing a driveway for $1,000 next week. They know their well sucks and they're well prepared to just deal with it. I would bring up much water as I could with you. Hit $100,000 this year, first quarter, half from yard signs. You know, and that's the thing, people. He hit $100,000 this year, first quarter, half from yard signs. Yard signs work. Everybody wants to know, what can I do to make money? How can I get the phone to ring? What can I do to make money? How can I get the phone to ring? Why isn't my phone ringing, Jason? How many, yard signs work? Now, they don't work if you don't put them out and they sit in their garage. They don't work if we don't ever put them out. And they don't work if we're not consistent. This is something that you have to be relentless and consistent and prolific at. You have to relentlessly every week go put these suckers out. You can't be like, today we're so busy, I'm too tired to go put out yard signs. Nope, get your butt out there and go put out yard signs. And when you do this, you will get business. I promise you. It is crazy how the money bushes just make money. They're called money bushes for a reason. $100,000 and half of it came from yard signs, right? And I believe it. I believe it 100% because I know a lot of people make well over $100,000 off of yard signs. I wouldn't push yard signs if they didn't work as well as they do. In fact, if I was be an honest guy, I would push yard signs probably over any other type of marketing because unless you are not allowed to put them up and you actually get fined, that's the only way these suckers don't work. Because you can do Facebook don't work, you can do Google Ads don't work, whatever, but yard signs do work for sure. What's up, Christian? When is your next class in Cincinnati? It will be a while, but I do have one in Indianapolis next weekend, and it is getting pretty crowded right now. Who in here actually has success with realtors? How many of you leave window cleaning active on Google local service ads? Yeah, I know people that have, but then if you're not doing interior, then I probably wouldn't. What system do you use to set up these packages? So I would either use your CRM and you're going to do it that way. Responsibid's a good way to do it too. But if you're not getting a lot of leads, I probably wouldn't go with Responsibid right out of the get-go. And so I would just give 3 packages on your quote or estimate. Package A is this, package B is that, package C is this. And that way you will look at it and be able to do it easier. So I did not get too much call during raining day. Is that because the rain? I did not get too much calls during raining. Yeah, people don't go outside. If people aren't outside, they're not going to see the outside. That's why this year has kind of sucked because it's rained a lot of the weekends, and so people aren't outside. They're not looking at their dirty house. Dirt on painted hardy board. It seems to only come off with brushing. Well, that's stupid. You always preach 3 different package deal. We do 4 charge, reason being, as you know, they usually choose the middle package. Well, we're offered 2 middle packages. But you got to be careful because then you can make it too many packages and that makes it too confusing for people. You got to remember, you got to make them simple. You got to keep it easy and make it simple because people are stupid and you got to make it simple. Jason, I'm getting approached to clean large government buildings. Should I look into getting a drone to soft wash? It depends on how big they are. Depends on what the government wants or allows. So them are things you would need to ask her that. I probably wouldn't get a drone. I mean, a drone is $30,000 to $50,000. Are you going to make that back? You got to do a whole lot of them to make that back. Last minute calls and they want work done now as the next day. I upcharge because I have to move my schedule around. Yep. Work, yard signs work. What are some things I can do to rank better outside of my area in my city or one or two most keywords, but two towns over, I am like ninth. So, some things you can do. Let's see. I am going to pull this site up here again. So there's some things that you can do. Is if you There's a couple things you can do. So if you're looking at a website and you are looking at the locations, so you can go down here, which I got some up here. All premium services. Let's see what areas we serve. North Myrtle Beach. So North Myrtle Beach looks different than the regular page here. So this is North Myrtle Beach, but and show pictures of North Myrtle Beach. Talk about North Myrtle Beach. Show the picture of North Myrtle Beach. I know that for you guys in Myrtle Beach, this is not North Myrtle Beach, but I didn't know no better. And then you can also come down here and ask some frequent asked questions about North Myrtle Beach, right? So we are doing this, and then what we can do is go on to our Google My Business, and on our Google My Business, we can talk about doing posts on North Myrtle Beach and sending them to this page of North Myrtle Beach. So that way we can get this. So we can have service pages of North Myrtle Beach. So like he's got North Myrtle Beach, Conway's, all of these would be your city pages for where you're trying to get people to rank at. I hope that makes sense. But back to my thing here and that question, some other things you can do is try to start getting reviews from that area and have them write in that review of that location and the services that you offer. So you kind of got to be careful with it because otherwise Google will ding you on it. But if you can get them to say, hey, my house is in blank city and they did a pressure washing job and house wash and roof clean, all of those keywords help you out for the Google side of things too. I'm going to start the gym tomorrow and just grind and grow my business. I am ready to be successful. A dream is only a dream unless pursued, and taking action kicks butt. You have always pushed package deals. We do four, as you know. They typically choose a middle package. That's why we do two packages. 2 good days, 2 good weeks, little guy. Awesome. I got fined $500 a month, and I still put them out because if you're making them, you just like here's your $500. I'm gonna make more off of it by being there. What do you do to get your yard signs to stand out from other pressure washers in the area? Pressure washing and phone number, and yellow will make them stand out usually. Like yellow and black will stand out. I just try to pick them all the same color and just stay with that way. Um, yes, I'm working on it right now, actually. Did you get the insurance on Google? I have. I have to see. I haven't went in there and checked it, but I'll have to go see if they have accepted it. We also need those reviews too, so that way we can get that. Buy a lift. Yeah, that's a lift would be cheaper than a that. Nothing my sign says. Pressure washing phone number, and I put them out. That's what makes them stand out. You know what? Yeah, that's what makes them stand out is putting them out. I get on DJ all the time because he don't put them out. He's got like boxes of them, 1,000 of them sitting in the shop, and then he's not putting them out, right? And so if you don't put out the yard signs, they're not going to put themselves out, and your phone's not going to ring on itself either if you don't put them out. So that's why you got to put them out. Leaving out names, but someone has been selling an oxidation chemical lately, and the demos seem very risky. Well, I know DJ he has bought some of it, and I am going to try it. So we're going to see how it works and put a video on it. Maybe I probably won't put a video of that, but what's your thoughts on line striping? I say stick with pressure washing. Hey Jason, why does King of Marketing freeze so much? I don't know because it's a lot of people on it. Favorite statement for folding, window cleaning, and pressure washing of their home is you can expect your windows to be as clean as your water is. And then I break out my digital tester and net cells because their water isn't that clean. What's the best thing to use to clean a roof? Bleach. 6%. Raise minimum set up this year with no resistance. Talk about branding your business, please. So some people think branding is my logo. It's not. I promise you, it's not your logo. It is not your logo. I know you love your logo and you think your logo is branding, but your logo is not branding. It's one part of branding. Don't get me wrong, it's one part of branding, but it is not branding, right? I see so many people, well, I got my logo everywhere, and that's branding. You know, if you're Coca Cola, then your logo is good enough, right? Because everybody knows what Coca Cola is. Nobody knows who you are. You got people that you did last year and they don't even know who you are. They don't know your logo. They don't know nothing, right? So branding is definitely something that can help you and it can brand, right? And brand comes with colors. Brand can be, you know, there's the book that talks about this. That's a great book about branding. And it talks about you know, I can tell you some words that you will know, and that's branding. You know, my pleasure. That's branding. That's Chick-fil-A. Everybody knows it. And so that's how much their customer service is they know that's their word. That's what they know. I can say it, and anybody that's ever eaten there will know what I'm talking about. That is branding. There's a lot of things that go into branding, not just your logo, right? And so a lot of people think their logo is their brand, and that's just one part of it. Moving to a new state. Should I put up my Google My Business listing up nor or wait till I move there in case people try to contact me for a job and I tell them have to wait 2 months? I would probably start getting my Google My Business set up because probably nobody gonna call you right away. So, is it wise? Is it from the four wise men? Probably. Yes, it is. Uh, I don't know how anybody watches them. Um, so yeah, these are definitely for sure. So talking about Cook here, and if anybody else has got a question, ask away. But I would go ahead and get it started, so that way when you do move there, it will help you. Yeah, this is another right here. You're right, Jeremy. Here's another good book, Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller. A great book. Actually, I was listening to a podcast the other day, and he was talking about this, and this is important, right? How do you tell a story with your brand? That's what it's about. It isn't about a logo. I know everybody wants to, they worry about their logo and they'll spend months to start a business and worrying about their logo. It's not about the logo. It's not, I promise you. When you are coming to Roanoke, Virginia, I don't know. Where's that at? I don't know exactly where that's at. Hey, Jason, what are you doing on the 5th? When is the 5th? Um, I don't know. I know I got a class coming up on the 7th, so that's the only thing I know right now. Um, you going to the Huge? Yes, I will be at the Huge. I will have a booth at the Huge, so you'll be able to come see me at the Huge. Feasible? Nah. Possible? Yes. Consistent? Not likely, especially residential. Would you give an example of three packages and how to price it to discount the IV? So I would do three packages. These were the three packages that I liked. House wash was my first package. 25 to 35 cents a square foot. If you're going to give a discount, then go toward the higher part. And then, especially, so it is good to, you could write them out as an a la carte. So if you do like house wash, window clean. So your first package, if you're going to do that, you're going to make your house wash package a little bit higher, or house wash one, and then package A would be house wash window cleaning. But I just did it. Package A was house wash, package B was window exterior window cleaning, and package C is driveway cleaning. So and you can do 30 cents, 25, 30 cents a square foot for the house wash, and that gets you to a point. Or you can say any house that's between 1,500 and 2,000. These are your three prices. Any house that's between 2,000 and 2,500. These are your three prices. And when you do it that way, you usually price toward the higher end. So like if you price it toward, like if you do 1,500 to 2,000, you actually price it toward the 2,000 mark. And then that way the lower people just pay the higher end. And that's a way that you're able to do that and get those three packages. So those are the three packages that I really push. If you're doing a roof clean, it would be roof clean as the first package. Second package would be house wash, and then the third package is window cleaning, exterior window cleaning. But you can add things on there. So if they have a back patio, if they got different things, we can make anything a package. We are Tristan. Would love to connect. Higher price you go. Absolutely. I'll be there, super excited, and to meet you, all of you guys. Franklin County, moonshine capital of the world, 30 minutes from Roanoke, Virginia. Actually, I was thinking about doing a class up there in that in Roanoke, or in Virginia, or somewhere up in that area. Let's link on Facebook. We have expression. Could that be part of the branding? Could be, yeah, for sure. Reading your suggestion 10 times is easier than 2 times. Great book. Can't go wrong with Diane Sullivan. No, and if you haven't read that book, it is a good book. A lot of times we only think 2x of how can we just double everything and we get to 2x. But Dan, in this book, he talks about it's easier to 10x than it is to 2x. And it is, when you start learning that and you start realizing that, it makes a lot more sense, right? You find the who, not how, and you put the right who's in your business and you put them in the right part of the bus, you can have an amazing business. So that is definitely something that I would consider reading if you haven't read yet. Who, not how, or well, that's a good book too by Dan Sullivan. But 10x is easier than 2x. Great book for sure. So hungry. So I eat a lot of meat and I eat a lot of pistachios. It's a green bag. That's funny. Um, so that is pretty much my diet, and that's been my diet for since January. It's worked out pretty well for me. So, um, I quote in person and quote it all. They seem amazed. Oh, how clean that too, and then build packages from there. Yeah, for sure. If you're doing in person quotes and you're not quoting everything, you're just leaving money on the table. And I mean, you're quoting everything. If it needs clean, now I'm not saying you're saying the roof needs clean and you're not cleaning it, but if you're doing everything, and you should be able to get your average ticket up to $1,500, $2,000, because you should be having a $3,000 package on every house wash, right? Because you're able to see what all they need. You can see the concrete they need. You can see the back patio. You can see their deck. You can see everything. And so with that, you can get really good high tickets by going through and doing that. Don't tell them about the yellow and black we got going on. Would love to attend a class in Virginia. I am in the DC area. Michael Clackler, what's up? Met a guy today who rents an office from Michael Crisley. Apparently, he builds Jeeps now. Yeah, he's big into the Jeep stuff, from sure. He also works at the Maker School. He's part of that, is what he does. So, who do you get your stuff? All the guns, hoses, soft wash roofs. I got a lot of it from Amazon. I get it from, depending on if I was ordering it in person or not. If I had to get on the phone, I always called Russ Johnson, and he's not too far away, but he always shipped pretty quickly. If I was getting other stuff online, either Amazon or Pressure Tech. And the one reason why I like Amazon, other than a lot of other people, and I know people might hate on me, but the reason why I liked Amazon is if I don't need it, I can send it back and I don't have to ask questions, or they just take it back and it's just done. So he said he would introduce me to him. I got you. Sterling Wash is going to the Huge. Please introduce yourself to us. People would love to meet you. Amazon pole broke. Any way to fix those? Buy a new one or send it back. Water-fed pole. Yeah. Send it back. Say it broke. I don't know how old it is. That's the only problem. So, Trudy from Panhandle is amazing. Yes, I agree. Manatee is good. Manatee Pressure Wash out of Florida is pretty good. I know a lot of people that use them. Trudy's good. There's a lot of good people out there. Midwest, a lot of people don't know about Midwest is pretty decent. I don't know if they sell a lot of the little stuff though. They sell a lot of rigs and stuff. Where to buy EBC? You can buy that stuff anywhere. You can even buy some. Sherwin-Williams carry it. I always get my supplies in 24 hours from Russ. That's what I like about Russ. As soon as you order it, it comes. Oh, also, Brent from Chick-fil-A did not remember you. Really? I'm surprised. Brent didn't? Well, I didn't work with Brent. I worked with the son when I was there. Did you ever get into paver sealing? It is a huge part of my business. That's fairly expensive and very time consuming, but I feel I'm kind of the right kind of customer to provide. Yeah, I loved paver sealing. Paver sealing is good money. We were getting $1.50 to $2 a square foot way back when. And now people are getting $2 to $2.25. Now I know in Florida you might not get as much because people are scared to death to charge that much, but there is people down there that charge too. So for sure. Michael Crisley reached out to me last week, giving me get advance. Yeah. Gotta give those window cleaners the credit. Baseball screwed up my wrist. I don't got it like that for the squeegee, only water fed pole. So I got a extension gutter pole. What's the minimum pressure to use it at? My 5,000 kicks my butt. Yeah, I wouldn't use it much at all. I hate gutter poles. They suck. I shoot everything from the ground. I would love to attend a paver sealing, concrete sealing class. Trident puts them on. They put them on usually for free or next to free. I think they put them on free. Sometimes they do, but if you go, do you think yard times are the ticket? Will somebody help me answer that, please? Um, they are definitely the ticket. Earlier in the show, there was a guy that did $100,000 in the first quarter, and half of it was from yard signs. So, yes, yard times are awesome. Jason, I thought the video with Paul Gardner was great and one of the best. Highly recommend that one to each person who hasn't seen it. Highly recommend that one to each person who hasn't seen it. Yeah, Paul Gardner is awesome, and he's going to be at the class at King of Mark or at KPW Train. And so, if you didn't watch the one with Paul Gardner. I would say to go watch it, and that's the reason why to come to this next class is to see Paul Gardner. He will be there on Friday, and then he is leaving Saturday. You know, sometimes the best people to be around are people like Paul Gardner, and he will speak into your life, and you will just listen to him, and he has tons of information. He has grown his business to um, like 11, $12 million. So he's an awesome dude. He will help you in any which way. He's a very humble dude, and he's a good friend of mine. And so I would highly, highly recommend you to. Um, it's a reason to sign up for KPW Train. Yeah, my training's good, but his sales training will probably be the best out of anything that you will get. So that is definitely something that I would highly recommend you to do that. Am I down to 200 yet? No. I am almost to my BHAG goal was 250, and I'm at 254. So I'm 4 pounds away of hitting the 250. Yard signs work. Not only the thing, but the thing definitely. But a thing definitely. Turn down the ball valve when using the extension pole. Yep. Just increased my pricing. However, a customer from a month ago wants the old price. Advice. If you don't have it in there, I mean, if it, depending on how bad it is or how, um, I mean, I would probably still honor that price unless it's like really bad. But that's why you don't charge cheap in the beginning. So getting $3 to $4 a square foot on pavers in Northeast Ohio to wash sand and seal. Awesome. I'm not telling you can't get more. Shoot us a message. Can you go over pricing for exterior windows with a water fed pole? I know we start at 175, but what are the ranges when you up the price? So DJ kind of found the sweet spot. If you do like 10, 11 cents a square foot, if you do 10, 11 cents a square foot, but you're at 175, that's actually a pretty good spot. So if you're at 10 cents and you're at a 2,500 square foot house, you're at $250. If you're at 3,000 square foot, you're at $300. So 10 cents is kind of a good place to be. He is a great guy. Yes, Paul was great. I want my old property tax price. Things go up. You'll lose those customers by raising prices, but the alternative is lose your business. And this is why I teach premium pricing for Christmas lights, and I even teach premium pricing for pressure washing. A lot of people think that I'm going to start out cheap, and what you don't realize is you're just hurting yourself. You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe that you're worth $200 an hour. You don't believe you're worth $100 an hour. And so it is important. That's why you want to get trained or start learning fast of how you can get those higher tickets. Is there a sealer for vinyl siding that like Armor All for cars that you can put a wax on houses, but it does all right. It isn't nothing special. Thank you for the super chat. Will Paul also train on Saturday? That's when Paul will be trained. Paul is going to be there Saturday. Paul's going to be speaking on Saturday. That's when he's going to be speaking. For carnivore, my number one snack is fried pork skin. I hate those things. Check label, 0 carbs. Only buy ones that have 2 ingredients: fried pork skins and salt. Dip them in sour cream as a snack. I hate them things. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. And I'm not just saying it, man. I used to eat them, and I just cannot. I cannot do them. Yeah, I cannot do them. Is SEM and or SEO important for pressure washing business? Would you say? I would say that um, more search your local is where your more important is. With Google doing all its changes and the more AI comes out, you're not going to be seeing much website stuff. I don't think. You will for a little bit, but I think as time the next couple months, next couple years with all the AI and AI answering everybody's questions, it's going to get a little crazy, I think. Northeast Ohio. Pressure washing is making me shredded. uh, Good diet and over 20,000 steps. Hey, I've been commenting on your videos because I like to just comment on your videos. So you can comment on any of my videos too, Tristan. I don't care. But I do comment on your videos because they always come up and everybody asks the dumb questions. I'll answer the dumb question for you. Should I charge more than what Marquette? Yes. Because what data are they coming off of? You don't know. Where did you get your carnivore information from? I'm thinking about it. I got it from Ray Flannery and Jeremy Main is who I got it from, and another pressure washer that came to one of my trainings. All the people that came to my trainings and told me I should do it, and finally I figured I would do it. I've done keto, but carnivore I just kind of eat meat and that's all you do. And there is Facebook groups out there. Some of them are like extreme. You're not allowed to use seasoning. You're not allowed to do nothing. You're only allowed to eat hoofed. I'm like, you know what? I'm losing weight. I'm happy. I'm where I'm at. I'm good with the car. This is what I'm going to do. How do you price parking garage? It's about 80,000 square feet of flat work. Well, you know, most people that do these parking garages come in cheap. So, if you're bidding against anybody else, I would tell you to be at like 12 to 14 cents a square foot. But there will be people that will bid these at 4 and 5 cents a square foot. But you have to have amazing. This isn't something that you want to bid it at. If you're not bidding it at 10, 20, 10 to 15 cents a square foot, you will lose your butt on them. I just ate Dairy Queen. I love ice cream. Ice cream is awesome. Thank you for that. I've been on carnivore for over 4 years. That's Jeremy. And he's the one that said, you need to do carnivore, Jason. You need to do carnivore. And so I'll tell you, all my blood work came back. It came back perfect. My blood pressure has come down. My cholesterol's come down. Um, I was having back issues. I haven't had no back issues. I have never ran as much as I've ran the last couple of months, and I would have never been able to do that before. My knees would always hurt, and they would always be hurting really bad. And by doing this, I have not had any issues with any of that stuff. So, it does work. It does take work, obviously, but it does work, and you don't eat as much. That's the other good thing about it. It can get expensive, but there's stuff out there, like today I went to McDonald's because my kids went to McDonald's, so I just get three quarter pounder patties with nothing on it, and it was $6. So it was actually cheaper than if I got a quarter pounder. And I got three quarter pounder pieces of meat, and it was $6. If you go to like Wendy's, you can get the double or triple and just get it bunless. So that way it comes bunless. But those are some ways that you can eat the carnivore and not be hungry. Yeah. When making your Facebook post, tag your location to improve Google presence. Jason, remember when I called you out on eating pizza? Yeah, I had started eating. When I first met Jeremy, I actually was starting keto back then, not carnivore, but just keto. And I ordered pizza, and he got on me. But I ate my pizza while he was eating the toppings. He didn't get the good bread underneath of it. I was way over on a parking garage. How important is insurance? Well, if you screw it up, it's really important. What's up, Mr. Jones? I'm happy for you. Well, hell, I'm in Louisiana. Must be a southern thing. All good. Eat gator too. There it is. I've never had gator. I've had it one time, I think. I was way over on the parking garage, probably doubled the guy who got it. It was downtown garage and include reclamation, sweeper vacs. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that you had to do there. I went to plant-based whole food diet a year ago after eating standard bodybuilding diet for years, and I have never felt better. Also, my grocery bill is the cheapest as it ever been. Insurance is really important if you mess up $1 million house. That is true. If you burn it down to the ground, it would be very important to have insurance. Again, go check out KPW Train. We are going to have Mr. Gardner there on Saturday. It's going to be Christmas lights on Friday and permanent lighting on Friday afternoon and permanent and landscape lighting and everything. And we're all going to do the hands-on that night. And then on Saturday is all Paul. Well, it's all about marketing. And then Paul's going to do 2 hours on sales. And then I'm going to talk about love languages and this program and all of that awesome stuff. And so that will be on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we'll be doing pressure washing. We'll actually be doing all the safety stuff in the morning. And then that night, we will have hands-on washing a house for the pressure wash. So go check it out. Also, if you haven't checked out kingofpressurewash.com, there is the membership where I teach you everything that you need to know about how to start and grow a successful pressure washing business. I also go over Monday Night Marketing, where we go dive deep into Monday Night Marketing and learn more about marketing. If you could choose 12 volt, 24 AR, or Comet, what would you pick? Well, what's your budget? Because there's a big difference. You got 12 volt is $100, $200, and AR and Comet is $5 to $6 grand by the time you get done with it. By the time you get the mixer valve and all the stuff that makes it worth it, what you should, you're about $5 grand into it. So what's your budget? If you're just getting started, go with 12 volt is what I'd tell you. Start out, just go with 12 volt. You can do it for $500 or less, and you can put the rest of that into your marketing. Marketing is the most important thing you can do. If you're not doing marketing, that is something that is very important. So marketing. Did I say what you need to work on is marketing? $199, the new $99 guy. Good guys wash on. Just a suggestion, I'm high intensity interval training, run in place 30 seconds, rest 35, boost. Yeah, that sounds like, wow, you're killing it, dude. Metabolism for 3 to 5 hours. But you've lost a bunch of weight too, haven't you? This is another dude that lost a bunch. So that's awesome. But I'm not there. I am doing 75 hard. So I'm doing 2 workouts a day. And I'm also reading 10 pages a day and drinking a gallon of water. Best place to source tanks for soft wash system. Tanks are expensive if you didn't know, if you haven't found out. Depends on where you're located at. Sometimes you can get tanks local. And if you can, you will pay more in shipping than the tank. So that's why you want to try to get those tanks local. I will see you on the 7th. Looking forward to learning something. All right, guys. Well, I hope you all have an awesome night, and we'll see you all later.